Okay, this is Orlando Wilson. What I want to talk about in this video, I want to answer a question or follow up on a conversation I had with somebody recently about kidnap and ransom assurance. And this gentleman's going to a certain place, he's considering getting kidnap and ransom assurance, etc. And he was led to believe that if he was kidnapped, then people would be coming to rescue him and all the other BS. And I said to him, okay, what authority does this insurance company have? What authority does this insurance company and maybe its private security provider have within this specific country? None. So what are they going to do to come and rescue you? They're not going to rescue you. What a lot of people don't understand, and I use Americans as an example here. A lot of Americans seem to think if they have a problem in another country, if they're kidnapped, etc., then the US government will send a rescue team, etc. Even though the US has a lot of influence, they still have to ask permission to operate in other people's countries. Why? It's somebody else's country. They just can't turn up and start doing whatever they want, because then they'll get into clashes with the local police, military, etc. Everything has to be done in coordination. You just can't go in, governments cannot go into other countries and do what the hell they want, period. Because there'll be big diplomatic problems, etc., etc., etc. So at best, if you're kidnapped, the local authorities of that country will be in charge of dealing with that situation. Maybe they'll liaise with and accept an advisor from your country if your country can be bothered to send anybody, but that's about it. In a lot of places, if you're kidnapped, it's going to be, unless you're actually paying people to do stuff, and I mean paying the local authorities to work on your behalf, nobody's going to be interested. That's a fact. So what can a private insurance company or private security company do to go and rescue people in another country? Let's say somebody's kidnapped in the Congo. What can they do? Well, they can liaise with the Congolese government if the Congolese government wants to listen. And I'm sure in a lot of places the governments will listen if you're paying them to listen. Could they go in and hire a local militia to come and rescue you? Sure, but again, how many rules are they breaking, and are they hiring the bad guys to come and get you, and are they paying ransoms or paying bribes? Paying bribes is illegal these days. Paying bribes has been illegal for a long, long time. And if people from, say, EU, UK, US are caught paying bribes, they're in deep, deep water, so we say. So that's illegal. So it's down to what can a kidnapper, if you're kidnap and ransom insurance, what can the insurance companies actually do? Well, generally they'll send somebody to assist with negotiations. But you got to remember, most police forces, if there's an active investigation ongoing, such as a kidnapping, they're not going to be talking to a private company, because from their perspective, their security protocols, they don't know if that private security company or private insurance agent is actually working with the bad guys. And I've said in other videos, generally where kidnappings is concerned, everybody's going to be treated suspiciously, especially an insurance company that can be making money from this or losing money from this, etc., etc. So this is where a lot of these insurance companies, kidnap and ransom insurance companies, are selling a fantasy, and people are buying onto it, hoping that, okay, if something happens, I'll be rescued or I'll be paid a ransom, etc. I've just done another video about how you're going to be treated if you're kidnapped. Don't get kidnapped. Why? Because you're generally going to be abused, and you're not going to have too nice of an experience unless you're into extreme BDSM, etc. And there again, I know of how many cases where ransoms have been paid and nobody's turned up. Nobody's been released because they've been dead. After proof of life, they've been killed, if there was even a proof of life. So this is where you have to be, the main emphasis on is do not get kidnapped in the first place. And do not believe the BS and the glamorous glossy brochures that's put out there of, if you're kidnapped, people who are coming to rescue you, the whole world's going to help you, etc. You're on your own. And again, the emphasis on do not get kidnapped. That's it. Anyway, follow me along on social media. I have an array of books up on Amazon that talk about various aspects of the close protection business, etc., including I have a book specifically that talks about Kidnap and Ransom. In the meantime, check out the content we have online. I've got various articles up on Kidnap and Ransom. And again, you got any questions, feel free to reach out to me. We do run Kidnap and Ransom prevention courses. We tend to do these days by appointment only. So if you've got any questions, you want to book a course, reach out to me and we'll have a conversation. In the meantime, be good, stay safe, stay out of trouble, and follow me along on social media. I'm up on LinkedIn. We're on the main social media platforms, but we prefer LinkedIn at the moment because it's tend to be more professional. So in the meantime, be good, stay safe, stay out of trouble, and don't get kidnapped.